What if you spawned in a world where there are no trees and you can't even make a crafting table? So can I survive in this lifeless world? We'll try in this video. The question is, can you survive 100 days in a desert only world in Minecraft? So one day in Minecraft equals 20 real life minutes. Despite the fact that the world is already a challenge, I have more challenges for over the 100 days. So the challenges are, over these 100 days, I'm gonna beat the Ender Dragon, get the Elytra, max enchanted diamond armor and tool set, and Enderman XP farm, build a big modern house. Spoilers, this is what I'm gonna look like in the end of the video. As I said earlier, a day in Minecraft is 20 real life minutes, means this is more than 33 hours worth of gameplay. Combining edits and gameplay, it's about 60 hours of my life spent on this video. So please consider one like.
Let's go.
So here I am, guys. Let's start. Oh, dead bushes. Let's collect them. There are more. A ruin portal. Not much loot, but whoa, there's a village. Let's collect some sugarcanes, some more, and more. What is this, camel? Oh, there are villagers. Let's quickly set my spawn point. I am robbing them. Now robbing this guy. Now let's eat his food. Then, whoa, this guy has a crafting table. I quickly crafted, then I slapped him in the back of the neck. Then
One eternity later.
whoa, the golem is dead finally. Now let's craft a pickaxe. Oh, finally. Oh my god, no. What is that? Oh, a desert temple with a village. I almost died. And
Anyways,
the loot. Then I quickly got back up because it was night. That's how I spent my first day. Then in the morning I went to the cave, mined some coal, but the fact that I found lapis. Then I broke this guy's chest, quite literally. Then I organized my inventory. Then I started crafting stone tools. Then I went to a cave, or what is this? I don't know.
run.
I killed him. That wasn't really a deal. Then I mined some iron, got back up. Then I went on an exploration to find a blacksmith, because a blacksmith's chest contains sometimes saplings. Then I saw this guy getting beaten up. Then I robbed this whole village. Then I went away. But this ruin portal was something else, man. But I didn't give up. I started looking. I got desert temple. I started looting them. Then I got back up. Then I went on another exploration. I found this spider spawner in this coordinate. Like, I will use it for a farm later on this video. Then I got this desert temple. I looted it, but there was nothing that much. I wasn't satisfied at this point, so I broke all the chests and I got back up. It was night, so I didn't have anywhere to go, but I found this village, so I slept here. On this village chest, I got nothing but this bundle. On this guy's house, there was this crafting table, and I started looting the whole village. Then I killed their village golem. Then I collected his iron. Then I crafted a bucket. Then I went away. I found this ruin portal, but this didn't have anything that much. Then I found this village, killed his golem. Then I looted the whole village and slept there. Then went away to another village. This how it went all day. With this gold helmet that I found in the ruin portal, I went to another village, killed their golem. This is all like a cycle to me. I found this blacksmith, but I didn't have any saplings, so I went on exploration. But I was really surprised by this temple. This was hidden in the depth. Then I found this. Now, if it was night, so I locked the gates and collected the loot, and then I slept in the desert temple. Then I got back up, mined. I found a new village on the way and killed the golem. Then I went away like I am doing right now. I'm on an exploration, but I don't think I'm gonna get any saplings. This desert temple really pleased me, but I wasn't on my goal yet, so
What?
I got a mending. But that wasn't my goal, despite it being one of the rarest cases. This is another temple, MLG. Now I'm gonna mine this, but I don't have the time. This didn't have that much loot, and this armor trim, I'm never gonna use that. And I went away to find another blacksmith, but I saw a desert temple, but it was night already. So I went to another near village. I slept there. On the morning I killed the golem. Then I collected his loot. Then I collected his blast furnace or whatever this is. Then I went to the desert temple, mined it, then got back up. Then I ran for so much time. It was night already, so I slept on the floor. Then in the morning I found this really big cave that had literally nothing but some coal. But I don't need coal at this time, so I didn't mine every one of them. But this part of the cave is really underrated because this is really good. I got everything, literally everything: diamonds, lapis, then iron, then diamond again. I had a lot of diamonds at this point. Not a lot, but not bad. Then I mined some more iron. Then there was really more mobs than I usually thought. Then I found this floating village. I killed the golem. Then I went away. This desert temple had my attention, but it didn't have anything that much. No diamond, no enchantments. So I got into my home again, my own village, from day one. So I planned to stay here for the permanent time of these 100 days. Then I crafted a diamond pickaxe. Then I neatly organized my inventory. At this point I wanted some diamonds, so I had my time right now. And then I spent the whole time crafting. Then I went away. Then I started making a structure like a mine for this. This is gonna go to the diamond coordinate. I don't know what. Let me check it. Y58. This trader literally had cherry saplings. So I traded my everything for one saplings. I traded my bucket. I traded hay bales. Then I crafted another bucket of water. I sold that. Then I got a cherry sapling. So I had 3 at day 11. I mean day 10. At this point I was really confused about the fact that I didn't get any saplings on exploration, but I got one from a trader. On day 11 I had started mining for diamonds. So this was a really big clip, so I'm gonna just show you where I found the diamonds. Like this time I found diamonds and lapis lazuli at the same time. Then I mined the both of them. Then this time diamonds, and then this time. After some time I literally had this feeling, so I mined, but I got nothing. So I was really disappointed at this point, even after finding diamonds in just 2 days. But I was really disappointed at the meme fact. But I went to this wind portal, mined some obsidian because it was the time for an enchantment table. I started mining obsidian and it took really long time. But these guys came and they really pissed me off. I killed their captains. I killed them, the both of them. Then I got this ominous potion that I'm gonna use later. In home I gave my diamonds to my chest, and then I had freed my inventory. Now I wanted a tree in my world, so all those bone converted into bone meal. Now I had placed it there in the middle of the village. Now it was a tree on day 12. It was really impressive, but this wasn't impressive.
Are you serious right now, bro?
The golden hoe literally has the durability of 32, so I crafted an iron one. This was a iron hoe, but it did the work completely. Out of one sapling I got like 10 saplings, but it wasn't enough. I was crafting diamond armor right now, but this diamond armor, I wanted to wear that, but I had a helmet that had curse of binding, so I thought, why not wear it all at once? So I just get that in chest. Then I crafted diamond tools. Then I killed the golem. Then I went away. Then now I wanted a farm of sugarcanes because it's a good way of trade. After the farm was almost completed, I went to sleep. Right now I had not much sugarcane, but this was good at the start. So I started planting it like crazy. But it wasn't crazy. It just ended. Right now it's a nightmare for me because all these mobs, but I never saw this mob right now because I was playing in an older version, like 1.17.1. So I never saw this mob. What this was, this guy was holding an iron spear. This guy had me at like half a heart. I was screaming at this point right now. Like, I was screaming all over the place right now. I thought this golem was gonna save me, but I was the main target. At this point I died, and I feel like Zoro from One
solemnly
Piece.
swear, from this moment forward, that I will never lose again. Until the day comes when I defeat him and
But this was bad for my XP level, because what I had, I didn't get that, and out of exhaustion I killed this guy. But that didn't help anything. I slept the whole night like I used to, but now I can wear this. If I had wear this earlier, I wouldn't have gotten trouble. Oh my god, not again. It was time for some enchantments, so I needed an XP farm. So I had made my mind that I'm gonna make an XP farm with the spawner I found earlier. For that, I started making buckets, I started making building blocks. I was collecting things I needed for the XP farm. I started cutting wood after wood, then water, then chest, then hopper, then beating up these guys. I started making my farm on day 20, but this was another pain. The sand was keep falling from the sky, but this took a long while. And now I had built my platform. At this point I was really exhausted because all this sand. After making a roof that won't fall apart, I started covering with sands, and then started making the real XP farm. And now I was breaking blocks to place signs. Then I had wrote a real message right there that you can see, that subscribe guys. And then I started placing buckets of water over the signs. Then it was time for the real XP farm. My farm is completed, but I realize it's really slow because it's not a cave spider farm, but I'm right with it. What can you get at day 22? Right now I had been making an entrance to get out. I went to my house, I slept, but this guy was on another level. I slept the whole night, then I got back. I looked really good in the diamond armor. Anyways, I started crafting everything I need. I started making a bookshelf. Right now I needed nothing but enchantments. So I started doing what's necessary. I started mining, then I got into my room, then I started making a room for enchantment table right now. It took a long time, but it was completed. It was not that big, but enough for my enchanting table. But how can I do any enchantment when I don't have any bookshelf? After that I got back up, then I actively went to my home, then I started doing anything for emeralds. I started going to an exploration to somewhere. I destroyed this guy's job, then this guy's, and I think that it's enough for today. But to your surprise and my surprise, it wasn't enough. I was on exploration the whole day. I was doing anything for the money. Then I started doing, I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing everything for money. I had a little bit of more cortisol than you think. Yeah, high cortisol. But this is really surprising, the fact that I was doing anything. I was looting, I was crafting, I was doing anything for emerald. Then I got back to my house. I was going back to my house. See you there. Right now I'm in my village and doing everything I can to get that. And I started mining, then I was organizing, then I started doing anything for money. Now this grindstone ain't gonna help me that much, but this bookshelf is gonna make a lecturer, that is gonna make a librarian, who's gonna sell me bookshelves, and that will help in my journey, to be honest. At this point I was shuffling around for that he will give me a good enchantment and also bookshelf, but I didn't got any, so I was pleased with what I had. I started trading for emeralds. Then I was a guy from crypto trader, and I was doing this trading thing for about 6 or 7 days. No, I'm not making that joke right now. Yes, I was doing anything for emeralds. After that, a long time went on and I was doing anything. I was mining sugarcane off the river. Then I slept the night. Then I crafted a bunch of papers. Then I sold that. Then I was cutting wood again, I guess. This was my life at that point. After 10 minutes of cutting wood, it was a lot of sticks. I traded all of them. Then I started trading to the librarian for bookshelf, and I almost had all of it, but there was a couple of them were missing. So I started cutting wood again, making sticks, then making them again, and then trading them for emeralds, then trading emeralds for bookshelves. And then at this point I was rising sugarcane, and then I had been searching for papers. Then it was my last bookshelf to purchase, and now it's my turn. I took my grindstone with me, and I was heading to my enchantment room, which wasn't that much furnished, but we'll get it. After placing all the bookshelves, I got enchantments of 30 levels, but I didn't have 30 levels, so I started killing mobs, and at this point I wanted good enchantments, so I started enchanting from day 31 to 42. In the end, I was really disappointed because I didn't get any real enchantments. The highest I got is protection 3, so I went away at home, and I was really depressed at this point. I had realized that I will not get enchantments unless I get them from villagers. So I started making a bunker for them, but it was not aesthetic, I'll say, but it did the work. I started transporting all the beds from the village to the, what is this called, bunker. This bunker, and all of them were transported to them. I wanted to go to the nether, but I didn't have any obsidian, so I started mining obsidian.
Wallahi, bro, say wallahi.
But this guy was chasing me again, but I killed him this time, so I got my revenge. But the revenge wasn't over. Then I started mining obsidian for my nether portal, but this phantom were on another level. Then I collected wool from my farm to make bed for the villagers, so I can have more villagers and I can get more and more enchantments. Then my nether portal was completed. Then I started organizing the bed for the villagers. Then I started placing them. Then I gave them bread, and they were doing certain activities. I focused on my work. After placing all the beds, it was time for me to go to the nether. I got my absolute worst spawn you can imagine. This was a long way out, I'll say. I marked my entrance so I don't get lost in the nether because it is one of my nightmares. Then I started exploring the nether. Like, I knew all of it, but I knew nothing, and all of these mobs were just killing me, and I found this warped forest, and this guy had a beef with me. Like, they were following me everywhere, but I just ignored them. But the fact that I was bridging over lava is just crazy because I got nothing in the end. But I was searching for a crimson red forest because that's where I can get food by killing what are those called hoglins. They produce pork chop, so I can get a food source because all those hay bales are gonna end someday. So I was looking for something that will be permanent. And at this point, I thought I should not do this video. I don't deserve it. Anyways, I moved on to the fact that I got drowned in lava. I almost got drowned in lava, but I started mining quartz. Then I was searching a forest, but you wouldn't believe me what I found. In search of a forest, I got fortress, and I was really surprised. I took a screenshot of that, and next thing you know, my goal was completely gone. I was distracted, and then I was here killing blazes, and you know, they were just a menace, and I was killing them. I didn't have any looting tree or something, so I wasn't getting really a good amount of blaze rods, but I was pleased with what I have. I was killing them, and then they weren't really a big threat, I'll say. After killing a couple more and some more, which was enough for my end journey, I found my way out of the fortress. Then I started making a shortcut to directly my portal. it was a long journey right there, but I managed to make one. It was a long time for me, but you know, at the end, it was made. And I went to the overworld. In the overworld, it was night. So I went to the bunker and I slept with the villagers. In the morning, I woke up and then I went to my spider farm and then I collected all the strings from there. And I had one idea in mind that I need emeralds. So I started trading and I started making more Fletchers. And right now, I needed mending. And I knew that with this luck, I'm not getting mending this easily. None of these librarians were giving me what I wanted, and what I wanted was mending. One librarian gave me mending, but he was asking for 36 emerald. So I thought, why not do the cycle again if I can get mending in less emeralds? But for that, I spent about next 4 days for this. It was a long journey, and it was extremely uncomfortable for me. I had been sitting there clicking only 2 buttons, mouse buttons, and in the end, I had lost my mind completely. So I came to the spider farm and I started beating the spiders up. Upon beating all of them, my exhaustion was gone. I started farming my sugar canes, and then I saw that a trader was selling birch saplings. I hate birch, but you know, it's a saplings. So in this desert, everything is useful. So I bought that and I started enchanting for a long time. I thought that I will get mending, but it was a long journey, to be honest. I mistakenly punched a villager, then he raised the price and I was exhausted. And this trader was selling jungle saplings, but I ignored because this wasn't my goal really, but the sapling was useful. So I didn't buy that right away, but I was looking for some warp forest that I found way before, and I started killing Enderman because at this point, one goal was still unbeaten. So I started walking towards it. I started killing Enderman. Then I went to my portal, and then I went to the overworld, made an anvil, repaired all my armors, and then I organized all my items. Then I took out all the strings, I traded it, and after that I got the jungle sapling. So I had another tree in my world. Then I started walking toward the same ending. Then this is what happened in the end. You'll see. This guy literally gave me mending. I was really happy at this point that all my work had paid off. But at what cost? It was 2 emerald more than the last time. So all this work didn't pay off, I'll say, but you know, it was enough. Then I started planting those jungle saplings. Then I started cutting down the whole tree, and this was a lot of wood. Then I started trading for a long time, cutting wood, tree, and then cutting wood, and then trading, and this went on for a long time. At this point, I just gave mending to my pickaxe because this is the tool that works the most in this world. And then I started the cycle again by cutting wood, selling sticks, and it was over at this point. But yet I was down a bit of emerald, so for the last time I cut wood, and now I wanted to be the ender dragon, but there wasn't enough ender pearls. So I thought in the overworld it would be good, but it was really slow at this point, so I went to the nether. But this wasn't a really big difference because the nether didn't have that much endermen. So I went to the overworld and it was enough, I'll say. And I crafted 15 ender pearls, and I think this was enough because the portal only has 12. And then at this point I found the stronghold, and then upon searching I got the portal and I went to the and the ender dragon fight wasn't so hard, I'll say, but the worst part is this dragon flap that he gave me. the end island was out of my reach. And now I'm One Punch Man. Yeah. Only one punch. The fight wasn't really over at this point because I wanted Elytra, and for that, this will take a long time, I'll say. But it really was a long journey. After 10 minutes, I found a end city with end ship, so I went there. The shulker were really annoying, and I don't know what I had in mind, but I didn't kill that much shulker because my only goal was to get the Elytra. That was my goal. I killed this shulker, and then I didn't forget the dragon egg. And then I'm dragon at this point. Then I went to my gateway portal, and this was a long journey. Despite having Elytra, I couldn't use it because I didn't have firework rockets. And making a pillar is time waste. So I went to my home, and this big screen popped up, and then I marked the stronghold, and I went out of it. And then I started going to my home village, and then it was a long journey. A big ocean right there. In the home, I slept beside every other villager like a man. I had no arrogance that I beat the Ender Dragon. I wanted to upgrade more. That's why I started trading, and then I made my first firework rockets, and then at this point I wanted to make an Enderman farm, an Enderman XP farm. It wasn't really big, so I started gathering all the items that I need for this farm. I placed the dragon head. It was looking cool in my house. I started doing everything for the Enderman farm because my spider farm wasn't really fast, and I can't get good enchantments with that. All I have, the max enchantment I have is protection 3. I want protection 4, the max damage armor. So at this moment I saw that all my villagers had turned into zombies. I don't know how, but I quickly move on to that fact because I had another village situated right next to my spider farm. So I thought, why not use that village? And right now I didn't have a goal to get those villages out of this, and I need a lot of carpet. So I went to my spider farm and I started killing spiders because string can go into wool, and wool can make carpet. So I had one goal in mind right now, that I need carpet, so I'll do anything for carpet. Not having any looting enchantments, I had a hard time doing all this. In the meantime, with the XPs, I also did enchant. It was a long journey out there. After finishing all those tasks, I went to my home. I slept, but I couldn't sleep because all these phantoms. I killed all of them. Then, you know, it was day 6, 7. No, I'm not making that joke. This is the village situated near my spider farm, so I moved all things here, and I started getting all the enchantment from these villagers. And in the end, I had a good amount of enchantment. This guy gave me mending for like 20 emeralds. So I was really pleased at this point. 20 is better than 38. I shifted all my things from the old one to the new one, and I started making a sugarcane farm right here. And it was a long journey out there, you know. After finishing the farm, I don't know why, but I restored this guy's farm with a diamond hoe. He was happy at this point, I think. This villager right here gave me a good enchantment, I'll say. And then I was again doing my everyday work. In this librarian's house, the librarian had no problem on me stealing books. At this point I went to Nether. I don't know how this husk was here. And now I wanted one thing, building blocks. So I started mining. I wanted one shulker box full of building blocks. And what is a better building block than netherrack? Mining it for a long time. I was really surprised that Y level 40 had ancient debris. So I mined it and mined some other blocks around it out of greed, which didn't work actually. I filled that up, and then I was mining. I had done my work, and now I'm going to home in the overworld. And I think I have everything I need for the farm. So right now I had only one goal. But one thing was yet to receive. It was the name tag. And I started mining wood like I had high cortisol. I really had at that point. But who minds? I gave these guys bread like a low cortisol individual. And then it was a everyday life of me cutting wood instead of doing something that will help in my journey. So right now I had everything for the farm, but I needed more villagers for the future. So I took all the beds from other houses and I put them in a couple of houses, like 3 houses. After a long time of trading, I had all my equipments for the farm. So right now I had nothing in mind than the Enderman farm. So I started working towards it, and it wasn't a big farm really, so I didn't expect much, but I heard that this farm produces 0 to 32 level of enchantment per minute. So it's better than my spider XP farm. After making the farm, this guy were really annoying me because I couldn't place trapdoors without looking at them in the eyes. And they, right here, I needed to place a endermite, so I started walking towards it, but they are really annoying, so it was a long time. Yeah, it was here, so I cut all this, and these guys were just crazy looking at the endermites. And now my farm was ready. I started testing it, and it was good, and it was better than my previous XP farm. It had a lot of XP, I'll say. In the overworld, I went to my previous XP farm because all of my enchanting equipments were there, and I was mining all of them. It costed me woods, but you know, transporting all of them to where they belong right now, and it wasn't a big deal really. And at this point, I realized that there were still villagers left, but it's long gone now, and I was really out of this point because all of my firework rockets were gone, and I only had 21, so I needed more, and I started killing mobs, and after mobs, then it was and I crafted some, and then it was enough. And I went to my Enderman farm through the stronghold, and it was a long time of me doing enchantments, and I made a platform for my enchanting table, and it was really loud there, all this Enderman screaming, and it's really loud about the fact that Endermen scream when they die. I enchanted for a long time, and it was easy, and it was significantly easy than my Spider-Man farm, and in the end, I had all the max enchantments to get with, of protection for, but I didn't have thorns, and I don't need thorns anyways. I was going to my home at this point, but I felt like Ronnie Coleman, holding 2 choco boxes. And anyways, I went to Nether, and I had only one goal in mind right now. I needed a big house, and for that I need concrete, and for concrete I need gravel. So I started mining gravel for a long time. The gravel were everywhere in the Nether, so I started mining in the Nether, and it was enough gravel for me today. And now I needed sand. I already have sand all over the world, and for me now, I was making a house. Enjoy the time lapse, guys. On day 99, my maxed out helmet broke, so I was here at the XP farm again. And you know, I got this in my helmet, a maxed out version of it, even better. And I started doing lights all around my house, and it was day 100. I was sleeping, and the video was actually ending at this point. So let me sleep for the last time, guys. I was really happy at this point. Yup, I'm sleeping for the last time. It was day 101, and it was my last day, and I wanted it to be special, so I started my day killing a mob that had been killing me recently. So it was the end of the video. My house wasn't completed, so I'll take that for the next video. So the answer is yes, you can make everything you need, and you can survive 100 days in this desert only world, and I have answered the question. And my like aim for this video is 20 likes, and complete that and I survive 200 days in desert. Till then, bye bye, take care.